Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm creating a layout for My Creative Scrapbook and I'm using the October main kit. Now this kit was filled with Bella Blvd-Documented Collection. I'll leave a full unboxing link listed down below in the description box, as well as a link to the My Creative Scrapbook website. All right, this is the cut file. Now the cut file comes pre-cut in your kit, but there's also links on the My Creative Scrapbook website once you're a subscriber that you can download and resize your cut files. So I went ahead and resized this cut file, and then I backed it with the pattern paper that came in the kit. Then I went to my Cricut and just found a little, what do you call this, a film strip of, and I just cut that out. Then I measured the size in the film strip and I cut some photos. And the photos I'm going to be documenting today are of a softball game that my daughter played just recently where she pitched amazing. And I'm really proud of her and I want to document this. Now, before I get going on this layout, the star of the show is really the cut file, but I want to use some paints from Shimmerz Paints. So this orange right here is Tangy Tangerine. The first one I pulled up, the pink, that was Sweet Heart-Vibez. And then the red I pulled up was Cardinal Color Splash. This yellow is Mustard Seed and it's a Vibez. The green I have here is Elfin Magic, it's a Vibez. And then this teal color is Love Ocean number 9, also a Vibez. Now the Vibez they're really sparkly, so when you spray them on your pattern, or when you spray them on your cardstock, they leave a really nice sparkle to them. It's hard to pick up on camera, but I promise you it is there. Now this is just plain white cardstock. I did not coat this with gesso, so that means my paints are really going to soak into the paper. They are not going to move around. If you want your paints to move around, you will want to make sure you add some gesso or use some mixed media safe cardstock. But I'm not going to do that. I find that when I use just the plain white cardstock, it soaks into my paper and it makes the drying time much faster. Now, while I'm painting here, I do want to mention that I am on the Shimmerz Paints design team. So if you ever place an order on the Shimmerz Paints website, you can add my name, Melissa Minor, to the notes section and Shimmerz will send you a free paint. And you can do that on every order that you place. So I am continuing spraying each of the colors. I did not use red, but all the other colors that I pulled out, I am spraying those next to each one of the little Polaroid pictures here, or film strip pictures. So I took a pencil before filming and I just placed pencil marks where each of these pictures were going to sit. So now I'm just dipping my paintbrush into the paint jar, and that's just going to get a little more paint. I felt like my nozzle was a little bit clogged on this Love Ocean number 9. I use this one a lot. So I wanted to put a little more paint down. And again, a couple of these colors, I'm going to go back and also do that. Now I'm working today with the My Creative Scrapbook main kit, but they also have several other kits on their website. They have this main kit, they have the limited edition kit, they have an album kit, and they have a creative kit. So be sure to check them out because I'm sure there's a scrapbooking kit that's going to fit your style. They always have the latest lines that are releasing, so it's always fun to scrapbook with the brand new products that are just released. So this one, like I said, is the Bella Blvd-Documented Collection, and it is so bright and vibrant. I feel like this fits my style to a T. Now while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and add some border strips to the top and bottom. So there was this pattern paper in here that had these little, oh, what do you call these? This little wavy strip. Oh my goodness, the name has just escaped my brain here. Scalloped. There we go, scallop border. So I'm going to place this scalloped border that I went ahead and fussy cut from that pattern paper. I'm going to place one here at the top, and I'm going to place another one along the bottom of the layout just to kind of frame this in. Since I cut my cut file in black, I wanted to add a little bit more black. Again, my film strip is in black as well, so I feel like this is really going to tie it off and framing in the layout with this scallop border with black on the top and bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and get this pressed down. And then for my pictures, what I did was the little black squares that cut out in my film strip, I just measured those with my ruler, and then I print all my pictures at home on the Epson PictureMate 400, and I just measured them. And then I took my photos and I'm gonna glue them to the little black strips or the squares that cut out in the center here so that I have my pictures exactly the size that they need to be. So the first time I printed them out, I mismeasured, so I did have to reprint my photos, and that's when I decided to glue them on the little squares. I felt that was the easiest, and then I can just glue in my squares one at a time here for my photos. So I've got my film strip put down, and now I need to bring in my photos. So I'm going to use some Nuvo Deluxe glue just to tack down a few of the spots here. Now, anytime when you use mixed media, you want to make sure that you use a liquid glue, because if you just use a tape runner, it's not going to hold forever. You're going to go back and it's going to come up. So use a liquid glue. And I'm using the Nuvo Deluxe glue. It's really fast drying and it's clear. So I'm going to go ahead and put these photos in. So these photos, like I said, are of my daughter Tatum, and she was pitching a game on a Thursday night against one school that's in our conference. And I was so excited because the local newspaper had put a big article in the paper about her pitching. And it says, Foltz pitches shutout in Monroe City win over Palmyra. Palmyra, Missouri, so that was where it was at. Monroe City junior pitcher Tatum Foltz was mowing down Palmyra in the circle on Thursday evening at Flower City Park. Foltz pitched a complete game shutout with 6 strikeouts while allowing just 3 hits and 1 walk to help Monroe City defeat its Clarion-Conference rivals 6-0. So isn't that so fun? Oh my gosh, I think I read it over and over and over. I was just so proud of her. And this was the first game that her little boyfriend came to. And so I kind of joked with her and I said, if you're going to pitch like this, then he needs to come to every game. He plays football, so he's not, a lot of the times his games are at the same time, so he's not able to come. But this one, a lot of the football boys came to. So that was so much fun. All right, I have my Cutfile all ready to go, and I do want to overlap it on my photo just a bit. And I was debating whether I wanted to use some foam tape or just glue it down flat. And ultimately, I decided I just want to glue it down flat to the layout because I'm not sure if I want to add some other little elements that may pop up. So I don't want a whole lot of dimension. I know I want to overlap that photo there, the second to the last one, just a bit. So I'm going to get that in place. So there we go. And I'm going to use my block here to just hold some items in place to glue them down. Now I want to add some of the elements that came in the kit, some ephemera. So this orange and this yellow, these are chipboard flowers that came on the chipboard sticker sheet. And I want to kind of color coordinate these. So I have the yellow in the yellow section and orange in the orange section. I'm looking for something pink to put in the pink section. So there's a butterfly, so I'll put that one up here. And now I need maybe a green or a teal. I'm having trouble finding something green, but I did find this teal arrow, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And that's pointing to the score, 6.0, the final score, so I think that's totally appropriate to point there. So I like that. I'm going to look through the embellishments here to see if I can find anything else that I want to add. I was thinking about maybe that flower, but I don't like it because it's not the tone on tone. I feel like the camera's too big. I'm still trying this flower. I kind of like it, but I don't think it needs it there. But I really am looking through my embellishments here that I have in my stack and sort tray. I'm wanting something green. And while I'm flipping through here, I'm just looking at other elements that might fit on the page as well. I love this camera. I do think that's going to stay. I love the way that looks. Here's some florals. No, I like this. No. So I'm just going to continue looking through here. The embellishments in this ephemera pack are amazing, and I love all the bright colors, and you get so many in this pack. So it's hard to decide what to use. There are lots of options, but I'm not finding anything green. I really wanted a green flower, and so that's really what I'm looking for as I'm flipping through here. I found a paper clip, but that really doesn't make sense. I could fussy cut something like a banner. There's a bow. I like that bow, but that's not going to work. So I don't really think there's anything green in here. Let me pull out the chipboard sticker sheet and see if there's anything on it. and there wasn't. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it as it is. I did go ahead and glue down the camera with some foam tape, and I put that on there. And now what I did is I opened my MacBook and I took out a Pages document and I added a text box, and I measured at the bottom between the camera and the photo there, and I measured how much room I have. So I made my text box that size, and I printed this on an Avery clear shipping label. I will leave these linked down below. I get these on Amazon. They're sticky, and so I just printed my journaling, loaded this Avery label into my printer, and then I'm able to print my journaling, and it's clear. So when I place it on my layout, it's gonna look like I typed right on my layout. So I love that. You just gotta be very careful because these are super sticky. So once you start pushing it down, there's no lifting it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this down. And what I read to you earlier is exactly what I typed. It's just, I copied and pasted it from the little newspaper excerpt. Now there was more about the rest of the team, but I'm really just interested in how Tatum did, so that's what I'm putting on my layout today. Now I realized once I printed it that I did not include the date. So I remembered that this kit came with these black stickers, and I checked, and yes, there are numbers on them, so that is perfect. So I'm going to put the date. So the date was September 11th, 2025, and what do you know? I dropped the 9 right on my photo. I'm going to try to pick it up here with my tweezers, and wouldn't you know, that ripped my photo. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and continue placing down my title. I'm going to place it up here in this upper left corner. After all, that's where I was trying to put a flower or something. I felt like it was missing something up here. So the date is going to be just perfect. I can't believe though that I dropped the sticker right on my photo and that it left a mark. So now I'm going to have to go back to my embellishments and see how I can camouflage that area because I really don't want to print my photos. I've already printed them twice for this layout. So I'm happy with the way they look. I don't think I can pull it back up without making a bigger mess. So in just a moment, once I get the date down, I'm going to start flipping through the embellishments to see what I can do. These stickers are very easy to put down, but I do recommend using some reverse tweezers so you can get a good grip on them. So I have 9/11/25, so I love the way that looks, and it's the black, so it really just ties into the layout perfectly. Now what to do about the photo. So let me bring back in those embellishments. I remembered on one of the pattern papers, there's some words because I really want a wordy bit. Now there aren't any wordy bit stickers, but what I'm thinking is maybe I can cut one of these words. So there was something on one of these little ephemera pieces. Let me find it here. I'm going to flip through here. I think it was like a calendar. Yep, here it is. And it's in the orange section. So I'm thinking maybe it's like between the orange and the yellow. So maybe I can cut this little word out. This says game, and I like that, and that's totally appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this and see if this is going to work. When I look at it, it's more in the yellow section and not the orange. I mean, I could get by with the orange. I'm going to set it here for just a moment and think about it. I don't know. It's not my favorite, so let me keep looking. I do like it, but it's not my favorite. There's some other words on here. There's the word Thursday, and it was a Thursday night. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the word Thursday out, and let's give it a try. So I like that there's all the days of the week on this pattern paper. So I'm going to cut this out, and I'm just using my scissors here, and let me cut the word Thursday, and then I'll trim it down kind of tight into the word, and let's see what that looks like. So that looks okay. I kind of like it. It's not my favorite. So let me keep looking. I'm going to bring back in, I'm going to try some flowers here. That white, that just really pops out. I really need something that's more in the color family. There's an orange, but I have that same orange flower on the other side, so I don't really like that. I'm going back and forth with the game. Should I do a floral cluster? And then I found the title, this little chipboard sticker that says this. And she's pitching, and so I thought this is perfect. I was thinking maybe an arrow too, but that's too much. So I'm going to leave this there. And I do want to add the word game, but I'm going to go ahead and add it up there next to the orange flower, kind of balance that out. So next to the yellow flower, I have a little word, and then next to the orange flower, I'm going to have the little word game. So it's this game, and I like that. So I'm really happy with that. And that's going to complete today's layout. So if you've enjoyed this video and how I've corrected my mistakes on here and all the things, I invite you to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. Thank you so much for all of you that shop my links and leave me nice comments. That really keeps me going here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!